Hello everyone, Joanna here, and today we'll look into what exactly happened again in America last week that shook our investments, but most importantly, we'll discuss why now is the chance to buy even more DGRW. You know how they say, a crisis is an opportunity for some? Well, this time, that some could be us. We just need to act quickly. I'll break down the thought process and strategy, and by the end of the video, I'll show exactly how I purchased DGREW. Let's dive in. Before we proceed, today's video sponsor is Freedom24's platform, and we greatly appreciate them. I've left my personal link in both the video description and the pinned comment. And by using it, not only do you support the channel greatly, but if you're over 25, you get your first free share, worth up to 800 euros, to boost your investments. But if you're under 25, you get a whole month of free commissions. While we're on the subject, please give this video a like and leave a comment, even if it's just a heart. It really helps with YouTube's algorithm, and the channel wouldn't have grown this much without all your support. Did I mention my free newsletter? Every morning in your email with programs, grants, financial news about Greece, our taxes, the developments, I have the link in the video description. Subscribe and let's chat tomorrow morning in your inbox. Ladies and gentlemen. However, the purpose of the videos is to entertain and inform. This is not investment advice. I'm an amateur investor. I only invest my own money. I am never certified. We never take financial advice from the internet. We only trust the experts, and we always conduct our own research before investing in any project or platform. And just when everything was going smoothly, our portfolio's as green as meadows since the start of 2023, with the S&P 500 up by plus 14%, along comes Fitch Ratings and strips the United States A of its AAA rating. Not to be confused with a triple axle, the AAA is the AAA, which is the highest investment grade a country can have today. The United States, as expected since it's the world's strongest economy, has held the AAA rating since 2011 after emerging from the real estate crisis. Of course, they don't have it from all agencies since S&P has kept them at AA+ since then. But now Fitch has also downgraded them to AA+, and dark clouds are gathering. By the way, given that we're talking about the United States, no stock market in the world remains unaffected by such a development, and all experience their drops. For instance, here we see the scene at Sophocles Street that noon on the 2nd of August. The question is, why did this happen? Did Fitch just wake up one morning and decide, let's downgrade the world's largest economy and see what happens? No, that's not how these things work, folks. The primary reason this happened, and this is where we need to be on our toes, concerns the country's financial policy management. In other words, the agency found the procedure followed regarding the debt problematic, as we had previously observed here. It's not possible for such a powerful country to reach near default on its payment obligations over a political matter, namely the raising of its debt ceiling. For decades, this was routine and entirely formal. But lately, there's been a toxicity in the political climate of the United States, causing institutions and parties to bicker over trivial matters, tarnishing the country's international image. In simple terms, there's a lack of trust in their ability to timely manage fiscal issues that arise and will arise in the future. Thus, the downgrade occurred. Now, practically speaking, does the discord between Congress, the White House, and the Senate, for instance, structurally impact Apple, Microsoft, and others? Does it mean Apple stops being the world's largest publicly traded company, stops giving dividends, and stops selling iPhones? Certainly not. That's where I talk about staying alert and attuned. It's a systemic issue, yes. The field, meaning the country, becomes unstable and muddy, but we still have star players in the game. So the fact that our portfolios drop and turn red after such developments isn't a curse, but a blessing. Kids, as I said at the start, any crisis, even a small one, is always an opportunity for someone. Such events are our greatest opportunity, and it won't last long. Since the reason for the drop isn't related to the companies, the market will quickly overcome its fear and bounce back. It might even rise higher than where it was before the fall. We'll show another example, albeit an extreme one, but a fact nonetheless. Here, when COVID hit and wreaked havoc, many people panicked and sold. And there, we're talking about a massive issue that affected the entire planet to a catastrophic degree. But if instead of selling, someone bought, they would have made 2 to 3 times their money. Especially during a truly serious crisis with structural problems, not like the one America is going through now. That's why we don't let these opportunities slip away. We buy, with discounts, our favorite ETF with as much money as we can before the market realizes and bounces back. So degree until the sun sets, with as much additional money as we can and as quickly as possible to capitalize on the opportunity that fell into our hands. And in just 2 months, when we get our first dividend in hand, we'll be rubbing our hands together. Tax-free, it's a bit above the market average with a yield slightly over 10% annually on average and a dividend of 2.2% per year. We get paid quarterly from our investments while at the same time our investments grow. Should we buy it? Use use the link in the description. We open our investment account through the link in the description. Go to the Transactions tab, type DGRW, click on Session Start, enter the code sent to our mobile, click Buy and Done. That's it. Now we wait for the inevitable, for the panic to subside, and enjoy our handsome profits. Even if it takes some time, it's bound to happen. In closing, we'd like to thank the Freedom 24 platform once again for sponsoring today's video. I've left my personal link both in the description of this video and in the pinned comment. By using it, you're greatly supporting the channel, and if you're over 25, you'll receive your first free stock worth up to 800 euros to boost your investments. But even if you're under 25, you get an entire month of commission-free trading. I await your comments with ideas for future videos, questions, or any clarifications about what we discussed today. That's all from me. Sending kisses, and I'll see you soon in the next video.